Hello, wherever you are watching. Welcome to Floral Foolishness Sports' first ever live cast of a sporting event. My name is Mike Stoczy, aka Stoczy, and tonight we have a fantastic matchup in store for you as we pick up on Amazon Prime's OTE Overtime Elite Baskethoops featuring the YNG Dreamerz and Fear of God Athletics, a competition between 1 and 3. And as always, I'm joined by my Wrangler in crime.
And I'm Mike Stoczy. Damn it, we're live. I'm the Dragon Wrangler.
He's a Dragon Wrangler, Jeremy Phelps. We thank you for joining us today for some good old-fashioned basket hoops coverage. Obviously a sport that we do not do well. So
False, sir. We don't do men's basket hoops well. We fucking crush it on some women's basket hoops.
Yeah, that's not ever happened once in the history of ever, but that's okay.
You know, it's fine. We're trying to turn new leaves here.
We are turning new leaves. And instead of going with our beloved women's basketball that we know way too much about, we decided to stock some 17 to 20-year-olds.
Yep, facts. So with that, we have both chosen a program that is near and dear to our hearts in this game tonight, hence why this is a game that we have chosen as our first ever live stream. So, Stoczy, why don't you give the viewers at home a quick breakdown for what to expect tonight from the YNG Dreamerz?
Oh, yeah, the Dreamerz based out of New York City. We have kind of our big three for them. The Ellis brothers, that's Isaac Ellis. Last night when we were doing some prep, watching some games, we gave Isaac the nickname of Lies. So you may hear us call him Lies every once in a while. That's number 1 for you. Then we have his brother, number 15, Eli Ellis. All right. Eli Ellis is, I believe, number 1 on the scoring charts in OTE, currently averaging over 30 points. I shouldn't say buckets, 30 points a game. And then we have number 23, Cole Rosario. All three of those dudes are white guys, and Cole Rosario has the neck of a roided god. So with that, they're coached by Jeremy Ellis, who is, and should not be a shock to anybody, the father of both Lies and Eli. So with that, let's go ahead and take it over to Fear of God Athletics. What can we expect from them tonight, Wrangler, seeing as how we never watched them?
Thanks, Stoczy. Nepotism is alive and real. Now, I'd like to actually say that you, sir, are bullshit because the number 1 leading scorer in all of OTE is actually not Eli. He's at 29.5. It is now Sean Abayev, number 1 from Fear of God Athletics, who is at 30.5 points per game.
Ooh.
On top of that, I don't know who else to score the basketball for them, but I know that Dradney McDaniel and Denariane Vital are ready for Coach Silk McSweeney, to go ahead and just rage off the bench tonight. While our net game might not be on the level of theirs, I know that our prayer game can extend far longer than any neck that any player in your program has. And because of that, I feel the Fear of God Athletics is going to win 6,900 to 0 tonight, in my professional and unbiased opinion.
Yeah, professional and unbiased indeed. Obviously, tonight I'll probably be a little bit more unbiased towards YNG Dreamerz, and Wrangler will be a little bit more unbiased towards Fear of God Athletics.
Yeah, and in the most respectful way, get fucked.
Oh, yeah, get fucked indeed. So with that, we got a couple minutes left until we start. So here's some of the things from watching OTE Athletics previously that is just really weird for the sake of a basketball game.
Quite a few of them, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so how about what's your weirdest thing in an OTE game that the fans can expect tonight?
Ooh, there's 2 that jump to mind right away. I'll skip the second one and leave it to you. The weirdest thing for me is the timing rules in OTE because there's multiple of them that make 0 sense. One, the first 3 quarters of the game tonight, you'll have 8-minute, somewhat running quarters. And by that, I mean, essentially, they have a 4-year-old doing the clock. Sometimes they just forget to stop it for a good 7 to 12 seconds after the play ends.
Or for an entire quarter.
Also true. More importantly than that, though, what you'll see is after 3 8-minute, somewhat pseudo-running quarters, the fourth quarter is a 12-minute long stop clock period. Why? I don't know. We could have just done 4 9-minute quarters and done them all exactly the same, but not what to expect tonight. So that, in my professional opinion, the weirdest thing you will see in this game tonight.
All right, so you left me with arguably the good one when we're talking about basket hoops. The weirdest one is there is a big bonus.
Oh, and not just big bonus 25. If you want 25% off OTE apparel.
Oh yeah, that code probably is going to come up for well past Cyber Monday, but we're not talking about selling shoes or Amazon Prime products or whatnot. We're talking about an actual basketball thing. So in hockey, if somebody gets a penalty, they go to a penalty box. After a certain number of non-shooting fouls, all of a sudden someone is in the penalty box for 14 seconds for that one team. So the other team basically rushes down the court and tries to like alley-oop dunk it, for those of you who enjoy seeing that.
Why 14 seconds? Because like this weird timing rule, for some reason there's a 14-second shot clock in OTE athletics.
Yeah. So it's very fast-paced and nobody really gives a crap about the time. But it's a fun time indeed. Tickets for this event, when we looked yesterday, the courtside seats were all sold out, unfortunately, and they were going for a stellar $50 a pop.
That's fair.
You had your before general admission tickets, which were going for $12, in which you basically got in 45 minutes before the game, and then your regular general admission tickets, which allowed you to sit wherever the people who paid $12 as opposed to your $2 could go in. And we think this is under a bank? Question mark?
Hard to say. Hard to say. You know, and actually, as of game time, you can still get a double up from the 7 p.m. start time for Diamond Doves versus City Reapers and the main event of the night, starting at $2 for both games.
So that's you are paying $1 each to watch these 17-year-olds play basket hoops.
Yep. The general admission, $2 each, although the Fast Pass general admission at $12, like the $50 courtside, sold out.
Yeah, these tickets go fast, folks, and so fast that Amazon Prime itself had to pick up the slack and stream this.
Although, while ADA courtside at $50 is sold out, ADA general admission at $8 more expensive than a normal general admission, $10 still available for handicapped accessible friends.
Wait, they're charging handicapped folks $8 more? What?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So we might have an issue already, not even 20 seconds into this stream. But speaking of problems, we're going to go with our unofficial sponsor, because this week our unofficial sponsor wants to solve problems. Okay. So this comes from our friends with Liquid Death, as well as Depends, in which they are selling their product known as the Pit Diaper. The Pit Diaper, it has spikes on it, it's a man thong, and it has a Depends insert in it so that you can take a wee-wee while you are in the moshy.
Let me paint you a picture here, Stoczy.
All right. Off of that,
let me paint you a picture here. Let's say you spend $50 of your hard-earned dollars saving up to buy yourself an all-access courtside seat to see your favorite Overtime Elite basketball team play. But wait, 8-minute long running quarters, that's just too much time for all these alcohols that I've drank. How much do you think you would pay for a Pit Diaper so you could observe the entire 8-minute extravaganza that is the first 3 quarters of an Overtime Elite basketball game?
Just remember, time is invaluable and you can't put a price on it. $500.
What if I told you, were it not sold out, you could get a Pit Diaper for far lower?
How low can you go?
Well, if it wasn't sold out, $75 per diaper.
Oh my God. And with that, it's like they were hearing us try to get to the outro. We're going to flip over this camera. We're going to give you guys all of the fun commentary We're even going to hit unmute, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Figure it out here.
Yep. And so you're going to hear the smooth sounds of Stoczy and Dragon Wrangler. Floral Foolishness Sports broadcasting once again the Overtime Elite game of the century, or at least today, YNG Dreamerz taking on Fear of God Athletics. And here we go as the fun is about to start. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, yeah, we are live.
Little do they know, we are also live. Not from Atlanta, Georgia.
We're coming to you live from the nation's capital, watching a television that is broadcasting in Atlanta. It does not get any better than this. Look at that weird fucking fade.
Look at the fact that there's just two dudes with trench coats in the middle there for some weird reason.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got Sniper Jones, Cam Wilder, and Quincy
Hessel. As you know, we got two of the best players in the league. And by that, he obviously means Lies Ellis, not Eli, against Deningharm Vital, number 33 for Fear of God Athletics. I don't know why we're showing this scrub that's second in points and first in assists when obviously he's last in cool names and first in nepotism.
See, Eli likes to have friends, so that's why he dishes the rock more. Although I will say earlier this month, he was first in the league, even though you did also tell me earlier that he's now not. But anyways, it doesn't really fucking matter. We're going to watch some youths play some basket hoops.
As you look at it, all of his numbers other than assists are down this season, which basically means that at the ripe old age of 18 years old, Eli's now past his prime.
You would think that, except he likes to dish the rock to make more friends.
It's only because his brother's finally old enough to play on the team with him.
Lies played last year. He just was not good last year, or as good.
Well, nepotism makes you better.
Eli Ellis was the MVP last year, but let's go to your boy, Shauna Bave.
Less assists, far more rebounds, definitely more points. Basically, he's going to make Eli his bitch, and he's left-handed, so that's pretty cool, too.
He's a southpaw that is trying to redefine the fade on the forehead right now.
He's got a lot of bounce in his hair that Eli's missing with his weird homegrown Hickory, North Carolina mushroom cut.
Now, yeah, that's true. But for sure, Sean, his weird, front of the – look at that fucking forehead fade. What is going on? Is he wearing a wig?
Hard to say. I think it's more of a hairnet, but can't really say for sure. I also find it weird that with everybody on YNG's team, they list where they're from. Fear of God, you just don't get to know where these children are from. They're just, they're from wherever they want to be from. No hometown for Sean Baev.
Yeah, he's from the basketball court, we would assume, with all those points scored this year. It's also worth mentioning Eli Ellis, the reigning MVP of the OTE.
It's also worth mentioning that Sean Baev just came down Hulk smash style from the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
As did Michael Ephraim. What I personally respect about about Fear of God Athletics is that they're saving their two best players by bringing them off the bench. If you noticed, in the starting lineup, you did not see number 99, Drayden McDaniel, or number 33, Deningharm Vital.
No, you did not. Now let's go with the Dreamers. You have the ass man himself, Hayden Ass.
The ass man.
Cole Rosario, Eli Ellis, Lies Ellis, and Abu Yarma.
Do you think
the Sultan of Sweat?
Do you think Lies and Eli cut each other's hair? Because they have a very similar bowl cut going right now.
If nothing else, they use the same damn bowl for it.
I already got the hair in this one.
Also in this game, you're going to hear not us, but the other commentators betting on this game. Most likely.
Well, Cam Wilder picked the right team. Fuck you, Quincy Hellcell. Got hell in the name. Just like you, Sniper.
Sniper, no sniping. Oh, my God. Just wait for Abu to get after it because you will see sweat like you've never seen before. And hey, guys, it's Tim.
It's Tim.
Hey, Tim.
I'm so glad we have the hockey boards behind Tom in case anybody tries to start a benches clearing brawl. That is way too close to Eli's face. Holy cow. This is what an MVP looks like from a foot away.
God, if you ever wanted to smell a 17-year-old's breath through an internet stream, you just did.
Bayev weirdly looks Russian. Like he's about to answer this question. Like, what do I do? I go out there, I take basketball, I dunk ball, and then I call you little bitch because you get dunked on by basketball. Thank you. I wrestled bear. Goodbye, Tom.
Dude, I'm telling you, that is the wildest fade I have ever seen in my life, and I'm here for it. So is Tom. So is Senior Sweats. So is Coach Jeremy Ellis. And so is Silky McSweeney. And here we go.
The most Scottish man ever to come out of Florida. Kilk McSweeney. And as you see, 8-minute quarter to start.
So the little dots that you see underneath the no scores so far and somebody faking an injury, obviously for fear of God athletics. Number 3, Caden Daughtry. Yeah, thanks, Daughtry. How about you go on American Idol, you flopper?
Moms love Daughtry. No shame. No shame.
Yeah, they're 17 years old. Let's keep in our pants here. Those little dots signify how many of the non-shooting fouls there are, as Daughtry once again fucks up for his team, but that's okay. They get the rebound. Back to number 21, Michael Ephraim, who goes up and doesn't know how to do a layup. Hey, Angel, guess what? You got company.
You know, as an expert and somebody in women's basketball, missed layups are something I'm quite accustomed to. All I'm saying is many a team in the WNBA have won games despite missing at least 73% of their layups. So there's still a chance for Fear of God Athletics to bring this one home.
Now we see Sean bringing it down, getting a little bit trapped. Over to Francis, over to Paul. Turns around, airballs the shit out of it. Where the fuck was he going with that? Senior Sweat is already getting his primer glaze going, which is fantastic.
What I appreciate is as we're doing our little dance pick, just give him a little dance pick. We got matching Ninja Turtle shoes here between number 20, the Ass Man, and number 1, Lies Ellis, the Leonardo to his Donatello.
Oh, man. Why the whole team didn't come out with that is beyond me. Culture is dead.
Oh, we got a third one on the bench. If you guys look over at number 10 right there, Cal Barrett. He's obviously the Raphael. Now we just need to find our Leonardo.
As Kenneth Francis for Fear of God Athletics starts off the scoring in the paint. Here we have last year's MVP up and bricks the fuck out of it. That sucked.
This year's MVP letting him know with a strong rebound.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. We're going on a little bit of a run here early.
You know what YNG Dreamerz are dreaming of right now?
What are we dreaming of?
Probably Tiger Things. I don't know.
Tiger Things. Colin
Tiger
Paul.
Things and the Ass Man setting weird ass picks.
Oh, he said another weird one? Nope. As go YNG. As goes Eli Ellis. Said that backwards and totally dyslexic. So if you followed that one, crack another beer and keep following us as we show the first scoring play of this contest. Coming back out to it, we have Francis trying to dish it into the big man, Colin Paul. Paul backs him down. And, ooh, that's a nice little floater right there.
As an expert into this game, you know.
And somehow YNG got 2 points from that. So I really thank Colin Paul for his efforts.
As an expert at the game of basketball, it is better to be given 2 points when your opponent scores given to you than having them given to them. Great tactical move by the Dreamers.
Nobody saw it coming. Oh, and Paul, he's out on the wing. He tried to score for the Dreamers again.
Weirdly, now we've given them points, now finally taking them away. The production quality of Overtime Elite Athletics on Prime is next level.
It's next level, like these athletes are trying to get to the next level there. Last year's MVP turns it over. Oh, my goodness. It's like Fear of God Athletics watched some film because those were some very, very familiar set plays to start this game.
I don't care either, sir. I don't know if anybody can hear anything that Sniper's saying right now, but Sniper doesn't care.
Sniper, no sniping. Sean just throwing it up from beyond the arc.
Coral Springs, Florida.
The senior from Coral Springs at a lowly 6'7" and a fade that goes from coast to coast.
6'7", but if you count his hair when it's up, at least 6'11".
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Cole Rosario getting started. Cole Rosario, quite the Scottie Pippen, if you will, to Eli Ellis.
He actually said when asked upon interview by the Floral Crew that the neck he idolizes the most actually is Scottie Pippen's neck.
By the way, all of the interviews were never actually done. So
it's all right. As you'll see later in the show, whenever OTE does interviews, it actually probably better off not being done.
Oh, yeah. So there we got a fine shot of our head referee tonight, Man Tits. Not that I can talk, but it really doesn't fucking matter. All right, inbound to the ball. Here we go. Francis trying to dish it down low. 2 people could have intercepted that, and 1 did.
Forgot the gray and yellow are different colors right there, Stoczy.
Yeah.
I also appreciate the fact that Fear of God Athletics is coaching in trench coats. That is a seldom used look.
Oh, my God, they really are. Jesus, get us. Zoom in on the trench coats.
I'll give you 3 guesses as to what they're hiding underneath those trench coats.
Basketballs.
False.
Athletic shorts.
False.
Live poultry.
False. The actual answer was Bibles and copies of R. Kelly's autobiography, The Solar Coaster.
Solar Coaster of free throw points. Eli putting YNG Dreamerz on the board. They're actually showing the free throws tonight, which is a little bit different from the film we watched. So this is actually very exciting. If you've never watched OTE.
As most of us have never watched OTE, yes, many a time they'll just show the replay of the young man getting fouled while he makes or misses free throws, and then you'll come back with points on or off the board later, wondering what has just happened.
Okay, I just want to talk about this for a second as Sean goes in and fucking airballs that layup. There you go, Angel.
Looking for a call he didn't sell.
Why on earth was Colin Paul bringing the ball up court as we have Cunningham going up and doubling the YNG score?
Who has no name on the back of his jersey. So arguably, while that might be Cunningham, there's no way to verify that.
It's Malika Cunningham. Yeah, he's on their roster. He just doesn't have the last name.
Confirm. According to his roster, it is. According to his jersey, he might not be. That might be Mike Stotz on the floor right now.
I have been accused of being in 2 places at once, so you never know. Never know. All right. We're going to go to break, and we're going to give you commercial commentary on this break. Unless we need a beer. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll figure it out as we go here.
Yeah.
YNG Dreamerz.
Now, why are we showing YNG Dreamerz logo when they're down early in this matchup? Who the fuck knows?
Because they scored the last 4 points of the game. The real question we need to ask ourselves here is, what does YNG stand for in this scenario? I think it's Yo Neck Game Dreamers.
I was going to say Young Neck Game, actually.
I like that one too.
Or Your Neck Game. It's inclusive.
Your Neck Game actually would include everybody within OTE and Ryan Fitzpatrick as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I also think you could potentially go with Yogurt's No Good Dreamers.
Ooh. Yogurt may not be good sometimes.
It depends on the yogurt and the Dreamers, really.
Yeah. And now for all of you who don't know what the hell Basket Hoops is, these are the Lopez brothers. They suck.
Also, for those of you who don't know, the Lopez brothers did not play in Overtime Elite Athletics before coming to the NBA.
Hence why they suck.
But they're great at ripping off sleeves.
I mean, they let that very, very short, stout white man break them up. So that's all you need to know right there.
And for anybody who doesn't know, that picture we just showed of basically filming a game through a cell phone really isn't much worse of a photo quality than OTE brings to all of their broadcasts, especially the YouTube ones.
The YouTube. It's more than a shot.
It's always a shot. What's he throwing away in this scenario? His potential collegiate career?
What?
I don't know what the hell is going on here, but this is a hell of a way to roll in. Also, I'm going to beat Tom to it in his MySpace dream here. 25% code to be revealed at the half. It's Big Shot 25.
Big shot. Big shot. As we return to an apparently haunted OTE arena where a grown man is going through 17-year-old locker rooms.
But if you guys stick with us through the halftime, Tom, potentially from MySpace, will reveal to you a 25% discount code to get that YNG Dreamerz hockey jersey.
You might be wondering why it's a hockey jersey. We don't have the answer. As we come back to the action, Fear of God Athletics, Sean up at the top of the key, drives in, looks for a pass, turns around, shoots it. Oh, nice attempt, but it just falls a little bit wide.
I'd like to say, just in my professional color commentary opinion here, that Sean probably would have done his team a better job by hitting that shot. However, Malika there, if that is his real name, definitely would have done his team a better job by not airballing a wide open three.
Or just going back to the bench, as it were.
Or by, getting a seamstress to put the name on the back of his jersey like every other player on his team.
All right, so not Chris Daughtry really turned over the ball like real Chris Daughtry would in a game like this. As Taj Walters comes on down, makes him jump out of his shoes, turnover. I don't think we have a 40 on our roster.
We do not, nor does he have a name on the back of his. Unconfirmed, that could be Danarayane Vital or Drayden McDaniel, who obviously are the two most important players on the floor.
Yeah, so really this is a sink or swim moment for YNG as they are facing an onslaught of offensive production. We have the big man, number 10, Ashley Sims II, not to be confused with Ashley Sims Sr.
Or Ashley Sims Jr.
Absolutely. Showing a replay from a little bit earlier of a very, very fucking easy dunk by Sam Hallis of Fear of God Athletics. It's like you need to play defense in this game, folks. Who knows?
Honestly, Stoczy, I think the coaching that they give their players is this young man just walks across the court with a camera in his hand in the way of play. Honestly, I think what their coaches and their crunch coach just say is, hey, just imagine the devil's in that rim. And the only way you get that devil out to fear that Lord is you dunk that basketball hard with anger, like you dunk a ball in the devil's face. You posterize that devil, son. Sean, you posterize that devil.
You posterize that devil hard.
Next thing you know, we're going to have preachers all over America with just posters of Stephon Marbury dunking on the devil all throughout their church.
Colin Paul showing Angel Reese how to do a fucking layup.
39%.
All right, so here we go. We got Rosario from beyond the arc, and he fucking bricks it again. Holy shit. Yeah, there we go. As Malika Cunningham comes back for the easy put in. 13-6, Athletics. 1:30 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, what I love about splitting the double team right there is that he didn't turn the ball over as his teammate comes in to finish. Number 10, Ashley Sims II. What I love about Ashley Sims is that he has a number that's on the roster with a name on the back of his jersey, unlike this young man on ball right now, number 40, whose name we're just going to go ahead and assume may be Ray Graham Linkle.
It is Ray Graham Linkle come back alive as Rosario goes in, gets the foul, the 2, and the extra shot attempt at the line. As he said, not today, as he gets fucking slapped in the fucking neck.
Honestly, what I think it is jealousy. Hallis came in there and tried to ninja chop his neck because he was a little bit upset that his neck was nowhere near as strong, powerful, thick as Cole's. Honestly, that's what happens when you have a neck like that. Cole Rosario, from right out of the backyard of Fear God Athletics down in Miami, Florida, playing for the team out in New York. Obviously, there's just a little bit in-state rivalry there for the guy that turned his back to go play for Team Nets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, you would argue that he might be captain of the all-neck OTE team, as some would argue, as this commentator is right now. Sean dishing it out to the big man out beyond the rim. Sims actually misses one for once. Holy shit, thank you.
3 there was Ray Graham Linkle. You got to feed Ray Graham the rock.
You got to give Linkle the shot.
Give Linkle the rock.
Now, here we go. We got Liz Ellis.
Finding Taj.
Yeah, finding Taj out on the wing. Looks like it's back to Liz. Not really setting up any play, just kind of standing there watching the action as it unfolds. As a wild fucking shot from Liz.
Yeah, plays are overrated. At the end of the day, you know what the best executed play is? Put in the basket in the hoop.
Exactly. As if you could see it in the background, there's a guy with a blue hat. Not in that shot, but when they show kind of our right side end zone. You can see it there. Blue Hat Man has the most petty mustache I think I've seen in an OTE game. And I've seen 3 at this point.
Oddly enough, the other thing I mentioned is how phenomenal the eyebrows are of that official. It's worth noticing as they zoom back in, as we get another great look at Trenchcoat here, who has what looks like a board, but maybe just a flat iPad. Hard to say. What I really appreciate about this game, and really Fear of God in general, is I'm pretty sure they went to a Christian Science reading room to buy their matching staff trench coats.
Oh, yeah. Those trench coats definitely give you the full creep vibes. 100%. As we see some archived footage from previous games.
Not like us. I don't understand how in their debut season, I guess Fear of God probably did in a COVID year, and that's why they didn't get 17 games.
I mean, maybe they just showed up and were like, we'll just play.
Guys,
this league makes no sense. Let's just say it as it is.
It's fair. They boycotted the first 13 games of the year because they thought team motto, God shows us. I think it's ironic that for a team whose motto is God shows us, they lead the league in steals.
Because God would not choose that. I love how their trench coats are sponsored by Adidas. That's just lovely.
Rolling out the new Adidas Fall 2025 line, trench coat coaching wear.
Hey, coach. Hey, go tell Mantits to fuck off.
As you look outside the huddle, not getting any love there, Drayden A. McDaniel, their X Factor.
Do you think at one point that those shoes lit up on the back? Because I sure as fuck do.
Absolutely. I think he burned them out because of how hard he's just grinded.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They might have the skates
undershirt. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Adidas
wow.
Fear of God trench coat line.
Wow, they're even team. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. They spent like at least $17 in upgrading that creepy trench coat.
That's a charge. Yep.
Yep.
Caden Daughtry doing something not Fear of God-like at all. That wasn't very Christian of him.
Mm-hmm. Changes are coming, Daughtry. Man tits.
Somebody needs to tell Coach Jeremy Ellis to get the hell off the court as he's blocking the view of these fine people that paid $50 for courtside seats.
That were sold out days ago, might I add.
At least yesterday.
Now, you might be wondering, what the fuck are they wearing YNG under their shirts? The best that we could figure is somebody got stoned and was like, I got a shirt idea.
I think a 6-year-old got high and was like, hey, drew you a picture.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's a dream. Woo. But come on, you could do it some other fucking ways. I don't know. Put the Pillsbury Doughboy on it or something. I don't know.
Got a lot of options. And there's the patented crazy jazz hands ass pick from Cole Rosario.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really talk about that pregame because we were so loaded and not stretching for time at all and forgot all about it. But you'll see YNG basically do this weird, like, high-stepping pick thing up the center of the court to set up their plays.
It's essentially a pick where as the guy's running, he basically just says, oh, help me put out the invisible fire. Just hoping that somebody in the other team was so distracted by the invisible fire they need to put out that they let their man their guard and just run straight to the rim.
And at the end of one, we have Fear of God Athletics ahead 15-8 against the YNG Dreamerz.
Now, wow, you would think in your mind, all right, that means the final score of this game will be 60-32. Let me remind you, not the case. 12-minute fourth quarter. Stats right now are skewed. You're going to get 30 points through 3 and then 70 points in the fourth.
He's not really wrong on this. The first game we watched, when it was going into the fourth, it was like 60-40, and we're like, how are these teams breaking 100 points? And then it just comes up 12 minutes in the fourth.
Yep. On top of that, you get the big shot where you basically get a power play. The big bonus. Big bonus 25, the code to be revealed at the half.
That's right.
Now, it's worth mentioning that while none of the teams in this league, to my knowledge, are actually from Atlanta, Georgia, Almost every game for Overtime Athletics takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, as Stoczy referred to earlier, underneath a bank, essentially.
That's the best we could figure on this.
Yeah, they usually will show a clip of Overtime Athletics Arena, and it was just a picture of a bank. So, professional commentary here, they play underneath a bank after it closes at 5 p.m.
As we see these small children insinuating that Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord.
Oh, Misa love the Overtime Athletics. Misa jelly fam. Honestly, if one person on this planet was a jelly fam, it probably would be Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, yeah. Before we go back to the action, let's assume that Darth Jar Jar Binks also has Force Lightning. Describe to the audience how he makes Force Lightning come out of him. Like, what other things happen with his body? Does he just point his weird hands, or is there more?
I think he goes Street Fighter style and has to say it, so he's like Hayukin, but instead it's like Jar Jar Lightning. Whoa!
But he still does it. You see, the thing I think is his long fucking tongue. I think that's where the lightning comes out, honestly.
I'm going to throw another one at you here. What I think he also could potentially do is just take two of the Bibles underneath the trench coats and just rub them together. And instead of making fire, the friction just creates the lightning that he shoots.
There's nothing stronger than Jesus Force Lightning on the dark side of the Force. There's a lot of really bad juju there.
Yep.
As we take a look at the standings right now, YNG, undefeated so far through 6, leads the table. And we have Fear of God Athletics in third with a 4-2 record.
Unlike Cold Hearts, who somehow played 8 and lost all 8.
Cold Hearts, cold shots, not going 8-8 this season because you're not going to win 8 games.
However, only scoring 8 points in the first 8-minute quarter.
Hey!
They actually did go 8-8 for the first 8.
There we go. As we have Colin Paul back in the game, fighting down beneath. There we go.
Whole neck Rosario.
As the ass man showing up on defense down there. I hope he's not a 17-year-old kid, but he probably is.
Lefty Lies pulling up from too deep for his range. There's only one lefty in this court that can hit that shot. It's not you, Lies. Nepotism can't carry your 25-foot three-pointer into the basket.
I'm really disappointed that we haven't gotten more close-ups on Yarma this game because, oh my God, the sweat game is real with him. So we have Lies. Oh, and Lies makes it a double-digit affair so far for YNG. Coming within 4.
To me, Stokes, Lies and Eli are two guys who really would literally just take their ball and go home if Jeremy Ellis were not the coach of the program.
That's probably why he is the coach, so they don't go home.
This young man is an absolute tank.
Sims is having a great start to this game. He's involved in a lot of plays. He has, 4 to 6 points already.
Give or take.
We don't have a stat sheet in front of us as Rosario pulls up and bricks the fuck out of that one.
Sims running around like a young man who's trying to escape his name, Ashley.
Yeah.
If I run fast enough, I can have a new name, and it won't be a girl's name.
I can't wait for Ashley Sims II to have a kid and name said kid Ashley Sims III, so we have to call that kid Bubba. And it turns out to be a woman.
I can't wait for Ashley Sims II to have a kid and name him Cole Rosario II. As you see with Blue Hat Man, there is just a giant couch in the end zone that these people paid their $50 for.
They might have had to pay $52 for that one and drag the couch in.
Arguably, that's the ADA access one, so that one actually might be more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be. As we have Sean backing down Lies, foul on the play, going to shoot a couple.
Lies, hand on the hips, yelling to daddy to tell him that he's mean and can't do that.
Just the weirdest wig fade ever. Sean, what are you doing with your life? Coach, why aren't you telling him it's weird?
Kilk's too busy planning out his next trench coat purchase.
Yeah, you have to have a different trench coat every day of the week in this weather, especially down in Atlanta.
I'd like to think that we can get to a point where OTE is on the level of college football to where like our offensive and defense coordinator can have different colored trench coats. So we can see them on the side calling in plays.
Indeed. Get back to the action. We're playing a little bit of AAU trap ball here.
I'd like to point out how many seats are wide open for their supposedly being sold out of their $50 courtside seats. Bullshit, Overtime Athletics. Bullshit.
Eli Ellis trying to bring him back into this with a layup. Ajor East, why aren't you watching? And a chance to bring it within 3.
To our knowledge, the best of these commentators' knowledge, Eli Ellis was not drafted by the Valkyries in the WNBA's expansion draft earlier today, but not 100% certain set in stone. Educated guess.
Weirder things can happen. As we got a 17-14 ball game, 5:54 remaining. And Eli.
Ass man.
And we got ass, bringing it within 1.
The Donatello to Eli's Raphael.
Ragraham Lincool out there passing it off to Colin Paul.
Colin, not Chris Paul, cycling through with Lincool on the backside.
Sean gets stripped, lies.
Sean
passes it ahead to his brother Rosario on the alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, Sean doing his best Man City impression there at the flop just isn't getting it done out there.
It's not as the Dreamers take their first lead of the night, trying to make that lead go away. Not so fast.
Sean driving through, faking injury, running back, buckets.
Just not the buckets he had in mind. As we missed a lot of the action there, we have no fucking clue what happened. That is pretty regular here. Oh my God, that hat says Jesus
lives. It says
Jesus lives. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That is a fear of God athletics fan if I've ever seen one. Do you think next week, Stoczy, that their trench coats on the back, instead of saying fear of God, are going to say Jesus lives?
They do in their trench coat hearts.
I think it's worth mentioning as well, if you look at their bench, they have as many coaches on fear of gods as they do players.
Yeah, they have a coach literally for every player. It's insane.
Neck Rosario struck right in the neck.
Yeah, Rosario was like, wow, I'm just going to watch this play. Oh, my jaw.
If your neck can dodge a wrench, your neck apparently can't dodge a ball.
As we see the cameraman in the background showing off his biceps and nice tattoo work.
Yeah, there's plenty of great tattoo artists down in Atlanta, Stoczy. I'm sure he probably got that outside of the bank they're playing underneath right now.
How many tattoos have you had at a bank? That might be our halftime trivia question. It's more than 3, less than you want to know.
Yep, nope. The pit diaper trivia question, sponsored by Depends tonight, is how many tattoos has Kilk McSweeney gotten inside of a bank in 2024?
The answer again is above 3 and less than you want to know. As we have Caden Daughtry. Changes are coming. No, they are not, as that bricked the shit out of that one again. Ass man on the rebound.
I would disagree. Actually, change did come. Change of possession.
I just snorted beer. All right. Here we go. Eli bricks the fuck out of that, too. Exchange of bricks. It's a brick giving, if you will.
Number 5, Colin with 2 L's, Pauls, almost runs into Coach Kilk McSweeney, who's 5 feet out of the court in his trench coat.
Oh, yeah, and Nick Rosario on the big old dunk. Wow, why did you not take that shot?
Let's check out Cole Rosario. Boom! Cole gets up and he says, deposit the check.
He deposited indeed. YNG ahead, 22-17. Couple minutes remaining.
Meanwhile, we go back to Overtime Elite, filming Overtime Elite through a camera through Overtime Elite. It's more than a shot.
Okay, seeing this commercial again, I think this is peer pressure. Like, they're just like grooming that child in college. It's only a shot.
It's all right to miss.
And that is how people get addicted to Jepson's Malort.
Wow, that was the whitest man ever.
What do you say there?
I'll have double the mayo. Something about Travis Kelce hosting a game show just sounds fucked up.
It really does. Speaking of fucked up,
Hoosh! Where's our boy Hoosh at? He's better than Patrick Mahomes. And wears more Guardian caps, apparently.
Yeah. Can't wait for him to warm up that bench for good old Patrick Mahomes in the Olympics in a couple of years. How come we're going with Mahomes for this one? Because he's an actual athlete.
Because he's actually played real football in his life.
But the coverages are different. The field dimensions are different.
The Guardian caps are different. All right, now we're going to play our own halftime game, even though we're not at the half yet. Which one of those buildings is the bank that this arena is underneath?
You think this arena is small enough to be under one of those tiny buildings?
Yes, there's all of 57 people in attendance.
There's more than that.
Debatable.
I know. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know why they started his fade in the front. That is such a unique look.
It's just atrocious. That is going to be the next fucking style now.
I don't know that that'll ever catch on.
Oh, I hope it never does. I hope it doesn't. As we have...
Oh, the bank is open underneath the bank.
As Michael Ephraim enters the contest, gets an easy 2, brings Athletics within 3. Rosario fires back from beyond the arc. Pushing it back out to Lies. Lies for 3.
That shot don't lies.
See, here's the problem with this league is, like, yeah, they get a lot of scoring, but there's not a lot of defense. And I'm just thinking, after watching that last shot, like, Lies would have gotten fucking stuffed.
Yeah, it's accurate.
In other leagues.
Meanwhile, we're just, throwing up a bank shot right there.
Oh, yeah. So we're back to AAU trap ball, which is real easy to fucking beat. Leaves Lies wide open and misses at that time.
Lie. Ray Graham Linkpool with the one-hand pass up the court. And Sean cannot finish.
Sean getting denied like that fade denies style.
Sean Morgan, number 40, who is not on the roster.
No.
He is number 11.
Okay.
So apparently Sean just forgot his jersey at home and had to go ahead and just borrow a spare.
All right. So action continues as I'm fixing up my roster at least. Try and make this actually work. Thanks, Sean.
Yep, I can't because mine's a picture, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay. So we got that all done. All right, back to the action as we have the ass man at the line.
Ass.
Oh, yeah. Ass man says, I love fundamentals.
Any of you who aren't getting enough Overtime Elite tonight, you can watch Overtime Elite on Prime. There is apparently an entire show just following these athletes and coaches behind the scenes of this league. Meanwhile, if you look at Fear God Athletics logo, it looks like a pair of khaki pants.
It kind of does. It kind of does. Sean is just getting frustrated now. He's just driving down the court trying to battering ram his way in.
Meanwhile,
as your boy Sims
just continuing to fight through an unfortunate name.
Sims is taking out his name frustrations tonight.
Ashley is not a girl's name. Oh, Ashley trying to stretch Eli's neck to get him on the level of the rest of his teammates.
He's just trying to help. He's just trying to help. Yeah, you can see it in Sean's face. He is done with this shit already. And that's not something you want in the second quarter.
Oh, we've got our first big bonus of the night.
Big bonus. Big bonus.
As we talked about before, this is a 14-second power play.
Yup. Player that commits the foul is relegated to the penalty box, creating a 5-on-4. As you can see him in the background there, we have Sam Hallis in the penalty box.
And air ball.
Yeah, that was not a good use of the power play right there.
You know, personally, I'm not one to draw up a play for a big bonus, but if I were, I'd probably draw up a play that doesn't end in an air ball.
That is the coaching dream right there for the basket hoops. As we have Tits McGee out there giving himself the good old chest pat.
Meanwhile,
YNG ball.
Sean Ragerham, Linkpool Morgan coaching from underneath the strobe light.
For all of our photosensitive fans, please look away. All right, that was...
Well, a lot just happened right there. Armand's just sweating through the play.
He sweated the fuck out of that one. Got an easy 2 as we see possibly a replay. Yep. So there we go. We take the legs out, and then we sweat all over the ball, and it sweats its way into the bottom of the hoop.
I'd like to say that we're in a video review right now, but let's be honest. OT doesn't have the technology to have a video review. Although we've got a big bonus for the Athletics now.
Mm-hmm. As I still want to call him Ray Graham Linkpool.
That is his formal name, yes.
We've contacted the court system about that. All right, so we got Brick City instead of an air ball.
Oh,
so
for
I guess
2
that's
on
better.
big bonuses right now, but that doesn't mean that at the half you can't still get 25% off using promo code BIGBONUS25.
As we see Senior sweat his way and sweat this lead to 7.
Yeah, honestly, the way things are going right now, I might just play Hack-a-Shack for the rest of the half and just go into the big bonus and let my opponent just keep bricking threes.
Yeah. That's probably a good move, as that very small toddler was trying to get high fives from people.
As we've talked about before, don't get fooled by the fact that with a minute and a half to go in the half, it's 30-23. There is a 12-minute fourth quarter. We will get into the 90s, if not the hundreds.
Oh, it's coming. It's almost here.
We're working on it.
Hey, there's that child that tried to get high fives.
I want to get high fives from my 5th favorite athletes. Jeremy Ellis coaching everybody but his own children because he thinks his own children are perfect out there and everybody else needs to step up to their level.
Pass it to my children, God.
Weirdly, their motto, shoot threes and trust God.
Mm-hmm.
Not that different from God chose us, Fear of God Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they're based out of Hickory, North Carolina, I have issues with by itself. As somebody who's been to Hickory many a time, there is not a lot of high-end basketball going on in that town.
No, there's not, and there's a lot of what you would like to call Earth Eagle chin going on as we have a zoom in on the reigning MVP, Eli Ellis.
Meanwhile, Isaac coaching Cole and saying, "You're not an Ellis. Do it the way that Ellis's do."
And Cole is just like, my neck is hungry for more.
Cole goes, "You stretched your neck, then you talk to me like grown men."
Apparently everybody is growing more Russian by the minute. Coming back to the action, Colin Paul wandered around. Running through the baseline. How was that not a fucking carry? Who God only knows.
Shooting over the ass, man.
Chris Daughtry out there. With the petty stash. Holy shit.
You know, one thing I respect about Chris Daughtry, he knows it's not over. And no buckets. Until the follow-up. Ashley slapping that ball the way he'd slap his mother for naming him Ashley.
Ashley Sims the second taking revenge on YNG tonight. We have Senior Sweats. Nope, the sweaty hand is, well, probably still sweaty.
As that shot would entail. Kilp trying to get into the action right now, walking his way up the court.
You see, that's the defensive play called go and tackle his ass.
Caden Chris Daughtry drawing the foul, which should put us into a big bonus.
Yeah, that was a non-shooting foul.
Yeah.
Big bonus.
Look at us being ahead of the game here. We understand this basket hoops now.
Jesus Christ. Get a fucking mop.
You can't say that. God chose both of these teams.
What? Get a mop to clean up the sweat?
No, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Unconfirmed on what a PPP is and why one of them is fourth in OTE.
I believe that is a personal payment loan.
PPP?
Yeah, the PPP loan.
Personal payment plan.
Yeah.
One amongst their team from the bank upstairs would be fourth in the league. That's fair.
Yep. Sweaty, juked him out of his shoes. And nope.
Wow. We shoot a lot of threes and not make that many.
Oh,
clotheslined his ass. Again, trying to help out the Ellis brothers, trying to stretch their necks so they can be on par with their teammates. Wise getting up, turning to Ass Man and saying, hey, man, you're not an Ellis. Get better. And that's the coaching that was just given that exchange right there.
Now, that was actually Abu Yarma, the sweaty sultan of sweat.
Yarma, unconfirmed, could be what the Y stands for in YNG Dreamerz.
He really does put the Y in sweaty. Yeah, you heard that from them. That's how bad they are.
Cold Hearts, 0-8.
See, this is kind of a weird part in the game because not every single member of the audience has been on the court to like get a high five from a player.
Some of them only paid for the second half fan experience. They're just waiting on their turn.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy with the bald head and the beard is just living his best life right now. Do you think the difference between the ADA accessible floor courts seats and just the normal ones, or whether it's a chair versus the couch?
Oh, man, I'm not even going to fucking touch that one. As Lincool dishes it off. And there we go. Colin Paul with Bring It Home.
Finish and one.
So how strong? So strong.
So strong, not Chris Paul.
And look at him trying to rip off the rim at the end. Like, rah, but you got to hit that weight room more first.
Well, you know, if any team in the league could rip that rim off, it is Fear God Athletics, because their one personal payment plan loan from the bank upstairs could buy a new rim for this arena.
Hey, the last time there were PPP loans, Congress forgave them. So why not just let it fucking rain there?
Fear of God Athletic trying to unite church and state.
Yeah. So we got about a second or two differential between the shot clock and game clock to round out the first half. It's like we have a timeout called by Jeremy Ellis.
Kilk McSweeney looking as Scottish as ever in his Adidas duster.
His team doesn't understand what he says, but he gets drunk and probably throws cans at him. So
I pull out of this duster trench coat. Pow! Can in the face. In the most southern way possible, he just goes, Walter, you got dunked on. Abuka, get in there. You're tall. You want to go middle? You just can't go middle. The refs are calling a great game right now. Also, his trench coat weirdly has elastic wrists, which is unique.
Yeah, you don't usually see that on a trench coat. Now, what I'm really wondering here is, do the athletes also get trench coats?
I think that's their warm-up. I think their warm-up shooters are just sleeveless trench coats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of an old pizzeria out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, now defunct, known as Wise Pies, where you walked in and everybody tried to act like an old, like, early 1900s mobster from New York. And I don't think they were acting that much. That's the worst part of it.
Seems like a little bit of biased favoritism towards the team out of New York, which is neither one of these. It's actually the City Reapers. But as an unbiased commentator, I'm going to need you to leave your favoritism towards the Reapers out of this, please. Oh, God. Colin Paul dribbling out of his own hands.
That's okay, because the way this game is going, the only thing that you can get out of it is a house made of brick.
It's fair. You know, honestly, I'm going to put that on Coach McSweeney there, because the one thing Coach McSweeney didn't talk about in the huddle, he didn't talk about, hey, when you go out there, don't dribble off your own foot after we get the ball back. That's poor coaching.
Sure as shit is. As we see Eli showing off his bicep for some reason. And some highlights. Oh, yeah.
And we will listen in on this interview.
It was nothing about the defense. It was all mental lapses on our offense.
All mental lapses.
4 times in a row, and somehow we still stayed in the game. So, I mean, that's just all luck that we were able to be up 4 this half was such a bad start. I mean, we're not hitting threes. We're turning the ball over, not running our offense. But we're playing a little bit defensive rebound. That's all it is, keeping us in the game. So, second half, we're going to come out hot.
Eli's headset made by Solo Cup.
Actually, right now, you got a 2-20 from the 3. Is that something? The team is full of shooters. Is it short-term memory for you guys, or do you think it's hindering a little bit too much on the next shot?
Nah, this short-term memory, we're going to come out. We're going to hit at least 5. Hopefully more than 7 or 8 threes and start the
5, 7, 8 different numbers.
Absolutely. And we both know that you want to lead the league in assists. Tonight, you're getting off to a great start. Getting your teammates involved, even though the shot's not falling. You know, what's been the key for you to find open guys? I seen it behind the back pass. Cole, you didn't see that coming right there.
Yeah, I mean, we got guys that are flying out, get out of the fast breaks. And, I mean, if we hit shots, I have 10 assists. And, I mean, we're up 15-20. We should be up 15-20 this half. They did not play good, and we did not play good. But I mean,
And your grammar does not speak good either, sir.
All
Well,
right, Eli, I'm going to let you get back to your team, man. Good luck in this second half.
Well, what do you expect from Hickory, North Carolina?
actually,
Miss.
by Hickory standards, he might be the most well-spoken gentleman there.
How do you say Nobel laureate?
Ig Nobel laureate.
No, it's Eli fucking Ellis. 32, 28 at the half. YNG Dreamerz over Fear of God Athletics.
Whose logo still looks like a pair of khaki pants.
Pants.
Ooh, cold hearts. If you poll for the 0-8 bottom of the league team, this commercial's for you.
No one will say you're on the bandwagon either. Not one person.
That's fair. If you've been accused your whole life of being a Braves fan or a Lakers fan or a Yankees fan or a Cowboys fan, just because this will prove them wrong.
Or all at the same time.
Okay, this might not prove that wrong. Jason Tatum also did not play in Overtime Elite Athletics.
What a loser. Sweating blue. Okay, folks, if you are sweating blue, see a doctor.
Word on the street is that Jason Tatum is going to try to reclass his age so he can play an OTE next year.
He's getting a birth certificate from Chile that says he is a 15-year-old boy, right?
I am 15.
That's literally the entirety of the birth certificate. And it says love Chile.
State Farm is there. We'll listen to OT's halftime athletics and potentially make some comments of our own. At Overtime, not MySpace Tom, accompanied by at Drifty J.
Hey, we want merch codes. Merch codes, Drifty.
We're watching this Fear of God Athletics YNG game. What are you thinking so far? You know, both the team shots aren't really falling right now. We got to see.
Both the team shots aren't really falling right now, says the guy from 0-8 Cold Hearts.
And look, this was the battle between probably the 2 best players.
Well, who better to tell us that?
He's been scoring like 30 points per game, but he struggled in that first half. Couldn't get
Coach tells us every game our shots, they both aren't really falling right now, so I'm an expert in that. That's why they brought me in. Cold Hearts, no shots, no cash.
Definitely not winning 8 games this season.
Already lost it.
Mm-hmm.
The YNG Dreamerz are 2 for 20 from 3.
The neck game Dreamerz. Dreamerz shooting over 10% from behind the arc.
Yeah, it's pretty bad out there.
I think that they got to feel a little confident about that. Honestly, I think Rosario's going to be their spark plug in the second half. If he hits his threes.
Okay, so folks at home, just something for you to think about. How many chin implants has Overtime Tom had? I'm at about 3 at least.
I'd like to think that the answer to that is 6 in honor of the fact that MySpace lets you pick your top 6 friends.
Ooh, top 6 chin implants.
Kilk McSweeney.
I would say Sean O'Brien is our leader and our captain.
Wow, you're not even doing full court suicides? What the hell?
You'd say your leading scorer and MVP candidate is your leader and captain? Cool, man.
We became close, so he kind of a mirror image of the things that I'm saying.
So he's coachable. That's another way you could say that, and you sound smarter.
You know, he doesn't have his trench coat right now. He's raveled.
I've never seen him play in person. I heard they play great basketball, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. Don't come out here dumb. If you don't know what to do, give it back.
Don't you come out here, dumb.
As far as just tough, hard dogs, that are super athletic, that can shoot the basketball, very skilled, can get to the rim, score all 3 levels, defend their butts off. Like, that's our style of play.
Arguably, their butts are still on despite the fact they're defending.
A lot of teams don't believe in us. They think we're not ready.
Teams think we're not ready. We come out, we shoot ball above 10% 3, we win game. This guy, he gets rebound and then he say, hey, logo look like pants. I don't wear khaki pants when I play.
Black pants. Black pants are nothing.
Now that's how Fear God got ready for tonight. Let's see how they're doing right now. Let's check in the Fear God Athletics locker room.
For you to sit on the block, you should be setting screens and cutting. It got to be quick movement. We're going to go back with the same starters. Guys, anytime Ellis has a ball, we can't be spacing him.
Which Ellis?
There's 2 Ellises, sir. And if you're talking about lies, then arguably it's opposite day because spacing him would be a lie.
We're forcing him left hand. Why are we like this? If there's any
because you're forcing him to his left hand.
And we have it here, we got the guy right here to make that pass. Like, it got to happen like that every single.
We literally executed the game plan to perfection on Sean and Daughtery, but y'all are letting their secondary and you're letting their third option destroy.
Tertiary is the word you're looking for, Mr. Ellis.
Destroy us.
I was going to say their defensive backs are looking good this game, Coach.
We got them at the end.
Gatorade and no shoes, Coach.
Gatorade and no shoes, Jay. Gatorade and no dream shoes. Oh, he's got the lower sugar G2. He's got Gatorade and no G2, Jeremy Ellis.
All right, both teams are getting ready to turn things around. But before we get back into the second half, we got a discount code. I teased it earlier. Big 25 is our discount
He
code.
teased it earlier, although Floral Foolishness Sports leading the world and spoiling that discount code. We gave it to you in the first quarter.
That's why all of the 3 of you tuned in.
Unlike Tom, we would never tease you. We just gave you the whole thing.
The whole kit and caboodle. Go and get your pants. Okay, State Farm, I have a suggestion for you.
Older brother,
Choose multiple commercials?
Actually, I'm all right with them choosing just one because I don't have to listen to anything about a fumble rooski.
Oh, yeah. By the way, call your State Farm agent if you are offended as I was about the Fumble Rooski commercial. It will work out well for you if you cause a big enough hissy.
It may actually give you a discount.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, that's Caitlin Clark, the one player in the NBA shooting over 39%.
Again, if you are sweating blue, see a doctor. Wow, they had Spider-Man in that fight.
Yeah, apparently Spider-Man is about to box. That dude just fucking teabagged the guy he knocked out, so that's a thing. OTX boxing. OTX box.
Okay, so I'll just say it. Every fight except for the Tyson Jake Paul fight was really well done by Netflix. And that last fight was goddamn awful.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out that in that first clip there, and somehow it relates to not vaping, he beat a guy with a fucking pump fake and then stepped on the line and hit a 2, like a long 2 instead of a 3. And then they showed him celebrating as the ref running next to him is going, 2, 2, 2, which seems like it defeats the purpose of talking about how vaping's bad.
Oh, yeah. It's like you game plan around the biggest threat.
MVP matchup, 9 points between them is less than ideal.
It is.
1 for 13.
But that just shows you got two pretty evenly matched teams that have a plan on how to take care of these guys, and it's working for the most part.
I think what it shows is that God apparently chose both of these teams, and so they don't know how to handle that. Oh, good Lord. Well, a hell of an effort there from number 5. Nope, number 2, Kenneth Francis.
Kenny Franks.
He's got 2 first names. You never trust someone with 2 first names. You always trust somebody with 2 last names.
And you never trust folks who are trying to sell you volcano insurance in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Unless they have 2 last names, in which case you buy that.
2 last names. So what is your favorite athlete ever who had 2 last names?
Ashley Sims Neckbringer.
Touche, good sir. Touche, good sir. All right, as we see fundamentals.
France is going 0 for 2 from the free throw line, only one of which they actually show.
Yeah, good old Kenny Franks.
And that's a foul.
Fundamentals. Yes.
Eli Ellis getting slapped in the face out of frustration by Kenny Franks, who you don't trust. He has 2 first names. Just a reminder, Sniper Jones, Cam Wilder, Quincy Helzel, fucking overrated. Stoczy and the Wrangler bringing you this game for commentary.
Oh, yeah, as we see someone here liking the fundamentals, Eli Ellis. As we come back to action and we're immediately trying to sell stuff. Come on.
Well, you know.
It's halftime.
And we come back to a code that was teased by Tom for the entire first half, as Wrangler Hamlin handles that. But Stoczy the Wrangler gave it to you in the first quarter.
Exactly.
Big bonus 25. And if you want to buy any floral apparel, you can also use code Big Bonus 25 for 25% off.
Also, tell us if you find a place that's selling Floral Foolishness apparel, because we need to have a talk with them.
Wrangler Hamlin on defense. Ball moved. Cole Neck Rosario, not quite. That 10% 3-point percentage is going down even more.
Everybody looks like they're just slightly hung over in this game. They're just half a step off in every direction. Everybody is.
Jeremy Ellis looks like he's still drunk. You gotta go shoot the ball. 10% it goes up if you keep shooting. You make 1 of 30. That means you made 11. The percent goes up to 11%.
That's how math works in Hickory, North Carolina, folks.
And apparently Atlanta, Georgia tonight.
The Sultan of Sweat swatting it.
Abu Yar Sweat Ma.
Ooh!
Eli Ellis and the foul. Starting to take over this game.
Eli had a good Gatorade and no shoes break at the half. Obviously coming back out. Doop.
G2 and shoes, Eli. G2 and shoes. That's right. Fuck you, Eli. Unbiased commentary.
Wrangler Lane cool up at the top of the key.
Link cool, dribbling behind his back, the way he dribbled slavery out of America.
It's Chris Daughtry there with the 2.
It's not over. Just a
You're right,
reminder,
it's not over. We have 6 minutes left in this quarter.
Just a reminder, as there's only 8 minutes in the third as opposed to 12 in the fourth, already 2 fouls aside, 2 minutes into this quarter.
Abu Yarma with the 3, the Sultan of Sweat coming back.
You really got to watch him the first 2 minutes of a half as he's had a chance to towel off.
Oh, yeah. It's like in NBA Jam when people catch on fire. Wow, right on cue, airballs it.
He opposite of on fire.
Ass man, ass, one-handed ass dog.
Horrible rebounding effort there. Arguably, if they had their own trench coats, they could have actually blocked out there.
I mean, most of that bench looked like they were 12. This is not supposed to be that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Eli coming on down. Ass man. Ass. Bringing it home. Stretching the lead.
Worth mentioning, this game might be what secures the MVP for back-to-back season for Eli over Sean, who still has 2 points at this point in the game. Ambitious. 2L Colin Paul can't grab the offensive rebound. Graham Lincool oppressing the ball the way the slave owners suppressed America pre-Civil War.
Still let him down the court, though, so that really didn't work too well. Ass man not understanding what the roll part of pick and roll is.
Ashley blocking that shot the way his mom blocked his ability to get women.
Sean running down the court, and Rosario tried to hug him. That was interesting.
Just a friendly reminder, we're all friends here. As Diamond Doves, who lost tonight, watch from the front row.
I mean, one of the things that gets me is like just the same beat music that goes on the whole game.
Yep.
It like changes sort of.
Oh, holy close up. Look at that here.
Corey Frazier.
F is for Frazier. R is for RWE head coach. A is for A. Corey Frazier. Z is for Zebras Love Corey Frazier. I is for I'm so into Corey Frazier. E is for Elite, which is what Overtime is. R is for look at this running pick by the Sweat Sultan. I'm Corey Frazier.
There we go. And that's how you break down a last name. Brought to you by the pants we talked about earlier where you could piss yourself in a mosh pit.
Pit diaper.
Pit diaper. Not pit viper. But you can wear both.
Honestly, there's no reason you can't wear both. That's fair. I feel like the same people who wear pit vipers probably do need a pit diaper.
I got the pit diaper and the pit vipey.
Honestly, Sean's hair really does look like a hat.
Dude, it looks like he has a wig.
Looks like he has a buzz cut with a hat over it.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be a bar fight. These young men can't be over the age of 20, Corey.
Yeah, whoa. Coach, don't bring booze into this.
This isn't Hickory, North Carolina, Corey. There's rules here.
You might be Corey Frazier. You're not playing today. You're playing tomorrow against the boys
for free. Off the mark.
And now we got Eli coming on back down. He's catching a little bit more on fire this half. A nice little lay.
There was a point in this game of 7-0 for your God. That is not the case now. It's Sean Abayev, still a 2.
As Chris Daughtry reminds us earlier, it's not over.
Although it's getting closer to being over.
That's how games go if it's your first time watching sports or living. 47-32 YNG Dreamerz midway through the third.
Dreamerz. Their E looks like a backwards 3. NBA is coming. Actually, arguably, the NBA is already here. Maybe not on Prime, but
Well, we got some news for you because Floral Foolishness is going to the NBA tomorrow. We're not going to broadcast it, but we'll be there.
that's all right. That's scrubs compared to the basketball we're broadcasting tonight. You don't broadcast the majors, just the next day broadcast the minors.
Season 2. Just remember, big bonus 25. If you want to wear the stuff that Eli and Lies wear, that's given to them for free.
Whether
you
your
can
hips
pay for it.
Whether your hips lie or whether your hips Eli. You see what I did there? Big bonus 25 will still work.
I really find it disturbing that they made a minor wear shorts that had Dreamerz written across their groin area.
Right across the dick.
Yep.
NASCAR's coming May 2025. Because if there's one clientele that loves NASCAR, it is those watching OTE Elite Basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Those sports go hand in hand. Actually, some would argue that OTE is actually a feeder for NASCAR.
For the pit crew, yeah. You're not wrong on that one, actually. For those of you who don't know that reference, pit crews recruit college athletes, particularly from basketball and football, to join their ranks, as we have a big bonus coming in.
Oh, Ray Graham Linkcool about to underground railroad this big bonus right to the rim. And dunk it. Ashley Sims put a little finesse on it the way his mother put a little finesse on his first name.
Yeah, she emphasizes the ash.
Ass, 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 ass. Ash, 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 ash.
Catch him.
Linkcool. Linkcool face guarding number 7, who could be Gardner Minshew IV. We really don't know what his name is.
It's Malika Cunningham.
We cannot confirm that.
I would like to think Gardner Minshew was like, fuck it, I'm going to go play OTE basketball.
He's too old, unfortunately. Eli just fucking going scorched earth on the world to start this half. 49-34 Dreamerz, as Sean continues to just be irrelevant.
Linkcool bringing down the ball because Sean's irrelevant, and he fucking jacks the shit out of Lies.
Linkcool giving Lies the fucking top hat address.
Mm-hmm.
Gettysburg Address being given right to Lies' face.
God, Lies when he was running back there. What a fucking turkey neck on that guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, Team Next has all kinds.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Oh, Salt in the Sweat?
We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Sweat.
5 minutes into the third, and I don't know that Fear of God has actually made a field goal yet. I think they've hit 4 free throws.
Hey, fundamentals keeping them as close as humanly possible? Question mark? Jinx?
Sean Abayev with the white sock black shoe combo. You don't see that often.
And, of course, the puke lime green laces.
Also, look at that chicken cankle.
He has his own time in the chicken dance. You just never see it.
Sean bitching about where Salt in the Sweat is.
I can feel the perspiration.
And we're yet to see a big bonus payoff in points. Again, I think if you're Fear of God going into the fourth, this commentator's professional opinion is use Hack-a-Shack the entire fourth quarter.
Well, that's how you get back into it, baby. I mean, it's probably a good strategy because whoever's running it down, you're just going to gas them quicker.
Not only that, but they haven't made a 3 yet.
Absolutely.
Sean, 2 more misses, 3 more misses, finally makes his first field goal of the night.
If you're like
2:17 to go in the third.
If you're like me, that is reminiscent of YMCA basketball at its finest.
It's fair. Lies, I guess, traveling?
Sweat is sweating. Hey, the world goes round, folks.
Lies, traveling, question mark, sweating, exclamation point.
Sweaty, sweaty, sweaty.
So sweaty. He just ran Linkpool into a double team.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Seemed like the wood monster came out. Or as you might know him, Groot.
Some would argue on that play that Ashley Sims II is the Harriet Tubman to Wrangler Linkpool's Underground Railroad in this game.
What does that even mean in this context?
You have to ask. You can't afford it.
Some knowledge is just we can't ever know, folks. Ragraham Linkpool trying to take the easy two.
Another brick. As I've said, big bonus yet to pay off once today.
It really isn't paying off whatsoever as Eli drives it in. This whole let's change our defensive strategy not working whatsoever.
Nope.
For good old Kilk McSweeney.
Eli outscoring Kilk's team by a wide margin in the third.
Yeah, absolutely. He just said a swear word. That swear word was fuck. God does not like that.
It's all right. God chose them.
God chose them to say fuck.
You know, you don't ask questions when God chooses you.
You just do. Oh, here we go. Jar Jar with the fucking double lightsaber. As we have the first field goal or the first free throw made by Sean. Front fade.
We call this the reverse fade. We call this the frayed.
The frayed. The front.
Sean yesterday went to his barber and said, "Hey, man, I get really sweaty on the sides and the front of my head, but not on the top. Help me out."
As he shows that fundamentals do sometimes matter. Banks both of them, bringing his point total a little bit high.
Yep. Fear of God Athletics going into full court press. Some would argue that the full court press is essentially the start of a civil war. Ragraham getting it going. Coach Ellis calling a timeout to talk about what to do when you get full court press. The answer is not throw the ball over your head, teammate's head out of bounds.
Exactly.
Number 21 for Fear of God, Michael Ephraim doing his best salt and sweat impression, but not there yet. Eli dropping F-bombs.
Eli is
ripping his teammates while his dad, Coach Jeremy Ellis, also rips his teammates for him. Tells them they need to box out while he now weirdly and awkwardly stares down his son while he thinks, "I love you. You rip them how I rip them. Let's go middle, you." All 6-footers now. Everybody just getting whatever everybody wants.
I don't think they're getting what they want. I don't think they wanted this lead extended.
I don't think they wanted a 6-point halftime lead to grow to 16.
For those of you who are new to sports, that's a bad thing.
It's the opposite of golf. Ideally, you like to have more points than your opponent.
Ideally. Oh, we got a newbie in here, Servino, Chris Servino.
Chris Servino with the gray tennis socks with the white New Balance sneakers. That is a bold look, my friends.
Servino's like, wacky hands, wacky hands.
I slap you. Chris Servino, slap you.
My ball. Give me. It's so fast. Servino commentates on his own life, but I'm just here to help.
Someone argued that Eli just took 4 steps there, but the travel not called.
Literally jumping into defenders.
Meanwhile, Lies, hand on hips, can't believe that his dad can't argue with the refs about that call.
Dad, they're wrong. That's my dad.
Dad, throw money at them and tell them that I'm right.
Of course, we see the youth, one of them with a blanket on the sidelines because it is just so cold in it.
Jeremy Hull's pacing up and down on the sidelines like his son is not the cause of the big bonus.
Is he wearing eyeliner?
As those have seen in the Will Ferrell movie Semi-Pro, eyeliner in a basketball game is not a good idea.
No, it is not.
And once again, the big bonus does not pay off. Somehow the shot clock does not reset. YNG on the run out.
Ellis hanging around mid-court. This really awkward camera angle. He's going to try and take on the whole team again, and he's going to almost succeed. No, he got the foul.
Arguably, Ellis initiated the contact with Lincool. So debatably, that should not have been a foul call. But, Ellis going back to the line.
And then Servino, off camera, did about 17 wind sprints.
I'm just ready to go, coach.
Oh, I got so much energy.
Servino from Franklin Lakes, New Jersey.
It's not a real place.
Nope.
That natural New Jersey to North Carolina connection.
Right in Hickory, North Carolina's backyard, Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Just a straight shot up the Appalachia, Carolina River.
About 20 miles south by northeast of the Pacific Ocean.
You just take Highway Interstate 1 and just keep on going until you get right there.
Of course, the Interstate 1 starting in St. Louis.
Another big bonus. Will we see our first big bonus score tonight?
It was so close last time. I'm kind of pulling for it.
Hey! We have 2 big bonus points and the lead's down to 17.
Kenny Franks. 2 first names. He had to put it through.
Don't trust him.
Don't trust him, indeed.
Kenny's his nickname. Kenneth is his Nicholas name.
Yes, it is. Airball.
So, Eli scored 14 points this quarter to extend the lead to 17. Maybe we put fucking MVP on MVP, I don't know, 7 minutes, 39.4 seconds ago.
Servino out there being just a gnat on defense. Keep him in there. He's just running big circle every play. Except on offense. He takes his breaks on offense because he knows he's not going to get it. But on defense, he's like, my time to shine in a league where nobody plays defense.
Fair. Eli's going ISO ball. Arguably, Fear God could just send 3 to the ball every time. But for some awkward reason, they choose not to.
Might have something to do with coaching.
Kenneth Francis fouled. 2 first names. Don't trust him at the line.
But trust him on the big bonus plays.
Did you just see that official's neck? No wonder why Dreamers are up 17. Holy cow.
Where do you think he gets his neck enhancing drugs from?
He uses the special promo code Big Bonus 25 on the YNG Dreamerz store.
You're supposed to be on that play the entire time. You're a referee.
Also, if you don't have it, you're supposed to find an explanation from the one that called it.
Just to show you, folks, referees are bad everywhere.
In every sport, in every town. What big words? I don't have those for you. You're being demonstrative. Biggest word ever used in an OTE broadcast. Not sure he knows what it means, but it was used.
So do you think the...
Baby Eric Spoelstra sweating through his fucking brow right now.
You think the referee that said that I clearly don't know how to do my job is wearing a pit diaper right now? Because I do.
Yeah, I think that's why he was so calm, cool, and collected towards Coach Ellis, because he knew he wasn't going to shit himself.
Oh my God, Servino!
Servino!
Big circle, Servino! Big circle!
Circle that 3-pointer with a big old 0. He is OTE's Jimmer Fredette, minus the fact that Hickory, North Carolina has 0 Mormons. Just like LeBron James, other than the fact that LeBron can't shoot threes.
And New Jersey has even less Mormons.
Yo, you hear about this Joseph Smith guy? Yeah, he's cool and shit. He loves GTL.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, Darth Binks.
Use the Force, Luke. Why is the fucking dude from... I don't know if you saw that guy, but that was a fucking dude from Big Lebowski just chilling.
That's fantastic. Nah, I missed that one.
I choose both. Her mother's not included.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire.
Congratulations on putting out a forest fire. But wait, did you also start that forest fire? All these details are important because that makes it less important.
Yeah.
If you put out a forest fire you didn't start, you're a hero. If you put out a forest fire you started, you just stopped your own destruction.
If it was to the point of being a forest fire, you were pretty late on that.
Yeah, somebody else beat you to it at that point.
Hey, kids. Do alcohol. It's fine.
Hey, kids, I'm one of those NBA guys. I probably enjoy the rappy hoops.
Well, looks like I got to take another shot now because Adidas said I had to. Thanks, Adidas.
Appreciate you, Adidas. Kaysen Jackson. Is the what?
Cold Hearts.
Oh, the 0-8 Cold Hearts? Great.
Yeah. The winless Cold Hearts. Yeah.
They can get back and they just keep getting on defense. Just stopping the ball.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Dreamers.
Are you good at basketball?
Yep.
Out of all your friends, are you the best one?
Yep.
What makes you so good?
My defense. Still.
My public speaking ability.
As we alluded to earlier in the game, we told you some interview tonight was going to be an unnecessary interview by Tom, and here we are.
Thanks for that, Tom. Oh, he's still fucking going. As we have
Number
Malika
7,
Cunningham.
questionable. We cannot confirm. Stop giving potentially fake information.
Okay, so we have Son Goku with the easy lay-in for the Dreamers. And now if you probably should have noticed at this point that the shot clock, or not the shot clock, but the game clock for this quarter is above 8 minutes.
Ooh, it's at 11. Now 12. Now 11:30.
Let's go.
Cole Rosario using his hips and not his neck to set that screen. As Ellis continues his frantic scoring pace.
All about that neck. About that neck. Not hips.
No shoulders.
I don't know. Whenever I play basketball, I use my shoulders and jack the fuck out of people who aren't looking.
Yeah, I really just kind of Heisman people. It's kind of my entire game.
Oh my God, Servino is a fucking gazelle. Did you see that? He was defending and he's like, Sprinter man.
Sprinter hands, sprinter hands, sprinter hands. Number 5, 2L Colin Paul getting fouled. Once again, he has 2 first names, arguably. I would argue 2L Collins actually not a first name. Oh, he getting dirty. Dirty. Colin Paul. Can't shoot free throws.
I love it how the other announcers are calling 17-year-olds dirty. There's nothing sexual about that at all. So we take a closer look at Eli Ellis, 29.8 points on the season on average, 42.6%. Again, better than Angel Reese's layup percentage.
39%.
As we have Liz at the top of the key, coming around, handing it up to brother Eli, still hanging around the top of the key. Rosario, also at the top of the key. It's like we don't want to play in the paint whatsoever. Eli, 4-3, launches it from almost mid-court.
Fun fact about leading scorer and soon-to-be league MVP Eli Ellis. On 11/15/2023, he signed his commitment to play for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks.
Hey, I'm actually okay with that. I am way okay with that.
He will be the best player on campus day one.
Yeah. Kid's pretty good.
He is compared to other players at South Carolina.
Servino, after that brick, first player back on defense.
And one. Count it. Caden Daughtry starting the comeback because it's not over.
Somebody get him a razor.
If Fear God just outscores YNG by 2 points for the rest of the game every minute, then they win the game.
Every minute.
It is OD, and by that he means obviously dumb.
Obviously. Servino running around trying to push people into other people. He is 100% wearing his pit diaper. His pit is the court. Go!
The girl has no name, number 7, missing the shot. Eli throwing up the solidarity fist to his dad after he misses a 3. 2L Colin Paul with the fucking whirlwind of a shot right there.
It's like he wasn't even really looking where the rim was.
He initiated the contact, and it went so well, he was actually surprised.
Eli Ellis is 0 for 7 from 3 tonight. The fact that he still has 24 points is apparent.
Miracle's a loose term there, sir. Sniper, we need to reconsider what you decide is a miracle.
Yeah, it's like he adapted his game and did just that the entire second half.
Yep. Make it 26 and about to be 27. Oh, he's moving, man. Heels are on the line, too.
Oh, yeah. There we go. 67-48 contest right now. YNG really showing up the second half. The adjustments for the Athletics, not that great.
Arguably, the fact that it's now a 19-point game, they've actually gotten worse. Coach Kilk McSweeney, however, still rocking the trench coat.
The trench coat and the baggy pants that make it look like he has broken ankles. Kind of cool.
It just shows off his skinny ankles. Lingcool in the backcourt, dodging on Servino.
Nobody dodges on Servino for long. He's a gazelle. He'll just run back in front of you.
Doesn't want that defense.
All right, front fade with the 3. Oh, my God. What?
Shot clock violation will deny the second made field goal of the night for Sean.
Poor Sean. He's going to have to readjust that front fade after this game. Some bad juju going on.
Arguably, he may make it a back fade going into tomorrow's game. Checking into the game for the first time tonight, number 4, Sam Hollis.
What up, Sammy?
It's realistically got to be a team where they got a main scorer who's like, all right, well, we need to.
What I find interesting about the game of basketball is you don't just shut somebody off. Like, just shut off Eli at this point.
He's really the only person who's doing anything for
He's
the
got
Dreamers.
20 second half points and you're down by 19. You shut him off, arguably you're up by 1.
Make someone else beat you. Like Lies, because he's not going to do it, as we just saw there.
Lies, crying to his dad about a foul call that he got this time.
Daddy knew.
Daddy told him to give me a second foul.
I want to shoot 15 free throws,
My
Mr. Titties Ref.
watermelon shoes will allow me to.
1.
For those that don't know, the gentleman on the right is future G League All-Star Bronny James' father.
Future, because someday he'll get back into the starting rotation.
G League. Someday he'll have over a 13% shooting percentage in the G League.
Someday. Someday we hope. All right, Lies with the second free throw. Hits them both. 69-48, YNG Dreamerz. A little over 8 minutes remaining in this contest. Have Eli playing down on the post on a much bigger Sims the second, as Ashley giving him a little bit of a bow on the way around. He's laughing about it because he's like, my name might be Ashley, but these bows throw.
What the fuck did he just say? Send our road to D2. We'll listen in on this vibe cam conversation.
Against the YNG Dreamerz, who wins?
Oh, me. Like a single me.
A quote basketball influencer.
No, me.
Just you 1-on-5 versus the Dreamer. Nelson, can we talk to someone who's not Niles? Who wins? 4 Niles and LeBron versus the YNG Dreamerz.
I feel like offensively, Niles and LeBron, Niles is, and LeBron is killing them. But defensively, that's going to be the only hard part.
Okay. Back to you guys in the booth.
As we alluded to earlier, not every OT interview needs to happen.
But God, we're glad they do. As Not My Space Tom is just like, I am reconsidering what my resume looks like tonight.
I got to change my Twitter handle from @OvertimeTom
to @OnceOvertimeTom.
@former Overtime Tom.
It's Cole Rosario. Hit the big 3. Got a little bit of a foul.
Not to be confused with Ice Cube's also basketball league.
It's a new commercial.
About damn time.
The hell is the Family Stone?
I don't know, but arguably they don't play an OT.
Okay, that was an unimpressive one.
I just appreciate that all of Prime's commercials are for other things about why you should get Prime, despite the fact that in order to watch this game tonight, unless you're watching it on Floral, you have to watch it on a Prime subscription.
Yeah. We're so good to you, Boo. We're so good to you.
Meanwhile, one shot. Overtime Season 2 would arguably mean 2 shots. Jason Tatum with a tattoo on his wrist that just says, I play.
He probably plays with his health because he's sweating blue.
Hoosh. Hoosh do set. Flag football MVP coming 2025. Playing at LR in Hickory.
Yup.
He goes 13 of 34, but score 41 points.
I don't know. Hey, that lens costs a lot of money.
Yeah, that was a permanent marker, you dick. Just because you're from Hickory, a town that doesn't believe in technology.
Man, look at him. 27, 7, 9, and 1.
Yep. Triple double watch with 7.5 to go in a weird 12-minute quarter.
For a player who wants to be the assist leader across the league this year.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Now,
Daughtry brings down the court.
Beats Servino pretty easily.
Draws a foul.
That too. Servino looking like he's running out of gas. Chris Daughtry still needing a fucking razor to get rid of that wannabe caterpillar.
You know, Daughtry making the shot and turning to him saying, "What about now?" Well, that could be the start of something good.
Oh, God.
It's fine. Someone call free throw an artificial basket.
Eli's trying to juke out Kenny Franks. Servino's like, nope, I know my role.
My ball is pass it to the coach's kid. That is my role.
Yup.
Where is an Ellis? There's two. Eli driving right by Sean and then flexing his not that big muscles into the camera. Neck Rosario against Daughtry. Battleships.
One thing that we noticed too is that really the clock operator shows up really just for the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They basically like try to train a child for the first three, and in the fourth, they're like, nope, adult time.
Every single game. It hits the fourth and it hits a wall immediately.
In a 2-hour game, an hour of that will be the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They're literally just shit-talking Servino that they didn't see him playing big minutes, but here we are.
Yeah.
Fresh legs brings the energy.
Man.
Chris Daughtry apparently is a big glue guy. I don't know why a smoke
Daughtry
cannon just went off for that.
Daughtry said, well, if Front Fade don't want to be the MVP tonight, I'll show up.
Shoot, get hot, shoot, stay hot. Big bonus time. Talking to Chris Servino. We'll listen in live.
What do you think? I mean, he's not that great. Okay. All right, you came in. He whispered it. Playing okay. And then you hit a big three. Got fired out. Take me through what happened. Honestly, I just got energy to the floor. I love that A1 at the end. That was pretty bad. But, I mean, I just got to come in and be a dog. That's all I really need to do. That's all I did. How was your performance today? 0 to 10. My performance, I would give myself like 7 out of 10. If I didn't let that 8, probably 8 or 9, but 7 out of 10. Okay, tomorrow, you guys are playing against RWE. You are being called the Taylor Kenny Stopper. Where does that come from? Any truth to that? We'll see tomorrow at the game. He got nervous. Tommy's nervous. He got nervous.
Going back to at former Overtime Tom, talking to New Jersey's own Bon Jovi's favorite, Chris Servino.
Servino had a good night. I mean, he came into the game. He gave him a spark of energy. He helped him out defensively. That's what you want from someone coming off the bench.
And then he gave a super awkward interview from the Vibe Cam.
Yeah.
Which is all you can really want from anything Overtime Elite ever, honestly.
Absolutely.
Big three from not Linkpool.
Here we go. Brick incoming from Sean. Nope, never mind. We have
not Sean.
Big old Sims the second.
That's our boy Ashley. Oh,
the
boy.
ass man.
Ashley playing the fucking Matador defense.
The blind shoemaker won that round. Ass man coming up on the double team. There's no defense by Eli going back, so no need to worry there.
Eli knows he's got the MVP locked up, just staying healthy, getting out of Sean's way in a 17-point game.
Let's be honest. Not one of these players is doing any of the laundry that they're wearing.
Let's be honest. Not one of these players has an equipment manager to do it for them. Their parents are doing it for all of them.
There we go. The truth comes out.
Oh, MVP candidate Abayev, 2 of 13 tonight.
And so to your point earlier, how is somebody going 2 of 13 and having, what was that, 14 points now?
Now 14 points, yeah.
That's something.
Still getting on the stat sheet, 12 rebounds, though. Wrangler Linkpool giving the oppressive defense once again.
Ass man at the top of the key takes it himself and says, fuck you.
Runs right by him.
Ass man having a hell of a night tonight.
Apparently an inadvertent whistle. Really no reason for that.
Nope, but Tits McGee down there on the court. It's all fuckery all the time.
Worth noting that 5 minutes ago, both teams are in the hashtag big bonus 25 situation.
Only once again, they don't have to pay for their swag. You do. Hey, you get off of ass man, Daughtry. You get. Speaking of
take it back home.
Speaking of hashtag big bonus 25. Ass man.
Ass man is Ninja Turtle shoes, just dunking it home.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Ass Man.
Oh.
Salt and Sweat coming
somebody's
back.
Open. Move it to the guy who's wide the fuck open in the corner.
Rosario
and 3 again.
bricks the fuck out of it.
We have 1 made 2 the entire night on this, and an air ball.
Ooh.
Sean lower on the shoulder. Eli rolling an ankle. Jesus Christ. 6 of 39 from behind the arc.
6 of 40.
2 players down. 6 of 40.
And we also have Kenny Franks down for Fear of God Athletics. Fear of God Athletics. Fear of Pants Athletics.
Worth saying that 6 of 40 is a 15% shooting night from behind the arc.
Ooh, double digits still.
I'm going to do some quick math for you guys here. 6 of 40 means we had 34 misses. If those 34 missed threes instead you take it as made layups, you'd have 68 more points right now. You'd have 151 points. 151 to 66 if you'd stop shooting missed threes. Why is Eli still in there? Didn't he just fucking come up with a bum ankle and I was just going to keep on going?
Lies to ass, man.
Alex, you're up by 19. Maybe you put some of those guys in the end of the bench in here, bud.
Yeah, there's 4 minutes left. I mean, let him rest up for a little bit. He's got a long career at South Carolina coming up.
And another game literally tomorrow.
Yep. As we have Lies with the steal, Rosario said, ass man, you're not the only one who can almost dunk.
And Rosario draws the foul. This is quickly becoming a runaway. Possibly Wrangler Linkpool, number 7, flexing sort of biceps.
Yeah, you always got to love seeing Clark Kent showing off the body work. All of them.
Every single one is the answer to that question.
As now we're going to a break because for some reason the youths need a break, but we're staying here with you. Broadcast marathon continues.
Right back to State Farm.
Good Lord. I mean, just watching all of these State Farm commercials being the same one makes me want to be a Progressive customer.
As somebody who already is a Progressive customer, I'd agree with that. The size of the ball in Brooks' hands.
Looks like a Tic Tac.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, this same commercial for a 12th time. Get ready for random NBA guy number 1 to walk out.
Remember, kids, drink your alcohol. That's the real thing.
It's only a shot. That's pretty sure that's what people hear before they become addicts. It's only a shot.
Mm-hmm. They also hear that song, too.
Mm-hmm. Little David Bowie and Queen, that tracks. That tracks. Talk about a close shave in a league for 16 to 20-year-olds.
Isn't vanity a sin?
It's fine. God chose both of these teams.
So that's why he has the front fade.
What is that? Okay. Yep, nope, it all makes sense now. See, 16 of 31 for 42 makes a lot more sense than 13 of 34 for 40.
I'd like to remind the audience at this point, we don't make the graphics, so we did not put LaShawn James here.
Also, he couldn't be LaShawn James because he can hit threes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, 13 rebounds.
Okay, for Eli, you get a really good look there of the turkey neck front angle.
The old front angle turkey neck.
There's Petty Stash on stage right. Oh, now he's out of the shot.
There's Jesus
There he
Lives Hack guy.
Yeah, it's the same person.
Yeah.
Same person.
A lot of irony in that.
Mm-hmm. I just love watching these kids play basketball.
16 to 20-year-olds, my favorite basketball.
You guys coming to the Y tomorrow? Sultan of Sweat on Sims. Sims trying to find an angle. Busted out.
Ooh,
Daughtry.
Daughtry wet. Daughtry saying splash waterfalls. Linkpool with a stellar defense. Pass man with a moving screen.
Rosario
with a big open three.
I don't know how, but in between like the 2 weeks since the game we watched and now, Rosario looks like he's lost like 10% body fat.
I'd also like to point out that with 3 minutes to go in the game, if you guys remember back to our stellar commentary at the end of the second at halftime, where it's 32 to 28, and we said, don't worry, it'll get into the hundreds. It's 91-71.
Yep. Screeching halt at the fourth quarter.
Despite the fact that I think like 10 total points were scored by Fear of God in the third, we're now at 71.
So now the defense has given way to, well, basketball life, I guess.
Yes. Also, you don't have to call the foul there just because he missed. You can just let him roll. You don't need to screech this game to a halt in the fourth.
Oh, that ship sailed a long time ago.
We don't need to keep screeching this game to a halt in the fourth. Cole with a K, Rosario.
I was thinking Colin Paul, but number 20 on the Dreamers. What is his name? What is his name? Let me find this out. Hayden the Simeon.
Number 25 on the Dreamers.
The Ass Man.
Sir, number 25 on the Dreamers is not listed.
No, they were looking for 20.
20 is Ass Man.
Yeah. We knew Ass Man right off the bat. Some people watch the game.
Servino, number 0, big energy guy.
Double L Colin getting his own rebound, bricking it twice.
And Soldier Sweat coming down with the board, wrapping it up, getting it super sweaty.
Oh, yeah. Get him a towel. Is he cleaning up of them boards?
Nope. Rebounding at a premium in Overtime Elite.
Everybody's trying to get to that double-double by way of rebounds.
Ashley Sims throwing up the air ball.
Ooh, Lie's getting fucked up. Yeah, no, that's a
travel.
travel. Jinx. And Lie's
Isaac
like,
going
hey,
palms up once again.
hey, why don't you call it?
As he does after every single play.
I designed our undershirt.
My dad gave me a crayon and said, make it look good for your brother. Isaac Ellis, according to Google, is apparently an internet personality.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm a goose farmer, too.
Number 13 for Dreamers, Bobby Hardison getting his first shot of the night and a miss.
God damn it, Bobby.
Bobby Hardison.
Of course, the announcers of the Amazon Prime telecast talking about Eli juking a guy kind of out of his shoes and pointing at him. Here we go. We got the replay. Juked, and he's like,
So, worth mentioning, Eli Ellis is going to South Carolina in this game. The number 35 overall ranked recruit in the country in the class of 2025. His younger brother, Isaac, 2026, uncommitted at this point.
I can tell you why. Oh, my God. What a shot by Eli. Less than a minute remaining.
Despite him being an internet personality and his older brother going to South Carolina, only 2 offers thus far going to Isaac Ellis. Eastern Kentucky and Radford.
Hilltoppers.
Radford has a lot of guys that use potty mouth language. Anyway.
As Ass Man passing it to his own bench.
Just trying to get his buddies involved in the game.
I'm trying to get a double-double by way of rebounds and assists.
He wanted to throw it to Bobby Hardison, so he threw it where Bobby usually is.
Where were you, Bobby?
That was brutal. Robert Moore coming down with the rebound.
All right, we're going to just let this one, I guess, throw it out of bounds. That's one way to do it.
Apparently Eli turning it over for no reason.
0.8 seconds remaining. Call me a fool, but I think this one's over.
You're a fool.
Oh, that one at the buzzer, but nobody gives a fuck. YNG Dreamerz 96. Fear of God Athletics. With the pants 74. Your final. And still undefeated. YNG Dreamerz. I'm not going to hold it over you too much.
It's all right. I'm already drinking.
Nobody on the telecast could tell. So let's go ahead and flip it over for your highfalutin post-game show. Brought to you by the Pens.
The Pit diaper.
No, just the Pens. Fuck them.
Fair.
Yeah. So, closing thoughts, initial live stream for Floral Foolishness Sports.
Closing thoughts. Let's see. I think that the highlight of the night was obviously Overtime Tom talking to 2 just fucking hooligans.
Mm-hmm.
I think that next time you guys need to order OT athletics gear, obviously you come to the Wrangler and Stoczy before you come to OT Tom. And I think that we as a crew both need to get a pair of these Vibe glasses. And next time we do the show, just sit across this table from each other, Vibe glasses, and sitting each other up.
We're going to try and get the technology. We'll do a lot better next time. So I think that's going to wrap it up for us for our first ever live cast of Floral Foolishness.
Sports.
We had a great time with you. I hope you did as well. You stay tropical.
Atlanta, Georgia.
And Cortland, New York. And stream. Bye-bye now.